Good morning, class. We are going to be doing a comprehension lesson remember whenever we read the ULS book about the Wright brothers? We're just going to answer some questions just to make sure that we understood the book. The first question is, what was the first way that people could reach the sky? Hot air balloon, airplane, bird. Okay, process of elimination. Let's take out that bird because
bird.
How can people fly on birds? It said, what is the first way that people could reach the sky? So it wouldn't be bird. Airplane, that was thought up a lot later in the years.
Airplane.
That's more of a modern technology. So if you remember, the hot air balloon was the first way that people could reach the sky. What started the idea for the airplane? So what did the Wright brothers like to play with? What would give them an idea for the airplane? Well, they could have read a newspaper. But that wasn't it. And they could also probably fold up the newspaper to make a paper airplane. Bicycle really has nothing to do with an airplane other than it's a means of transportation. So if you remember from the story, the Wright brothers like to play with gliders. That's what gave them the idea for an airplane. What did the young Wright brothers like to build? Cars. No.
Cars.
Remember that the Wright brothers were the first people to actually go into flight, who created the first airplane. Bridges. Well, bridges really have nothing to do with flight. What does have to do with flight? If you remember from our class activity outside,
kites.
We flew kites. That's what the Wright brothers like to build. They like to build kites. What made the Wright brothers glider fly? Well, a ramp. They could push something off a ramp like a car or something with wheels, but that's not what they pushed their glider off of. Boat, you put the glider in the boat and it would probably either sink or get wet and not fly at all. So they put an engine onto their glider to make it fly. Glider plus engine equals first airplane. What has made air travel today a fun experience? Technology, gum, loops. Okay, well, these second two, gum is fun, but it has nothing to do with what we're talking about. And loops, well, our airplanes
technology
that we would ride in do not go in loops. That's more like the Blue Angels that we see, but those are really trained and experienced pilots. But the airplanes that we would ride in, those would not do loops. They just get us from point A to B where we want to go. So anyway, this concludes the comprehension portion of the Wright brothers. And we will see you guys at noon today for our very last Zoom meeting of the year. See you then.